Brunch extra time. So I've worked it out. I've worked out why everyone hates Meghan Markle. It's because of her mum. Basically, the head of the Church of England is the monarch. A Hindu reports into him, and they have constant theological conflict. And the king is always saying to Rishi Sunak, well, God is telling me this, and you have to do what I say. Now imagine the head of the Church of England also being into yoga as a religion and believing in that Sanskrit script telling you to breathe. Like that. And asking everyone to do a down dog, followed by routine A, followed by a crow. 90% of, well, 97% of the country probably couldn't do it properly. So we'd all be humiliated. So we can't have that. So we need to put bad headlines in about Islamic fundamentalism, extremism, blah, 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 blah. And also Meghan Markle, and put them all in the same bucket of religious extremists. That's right. Those people down at More Yoga, those people at Hello Yoga are extremists with nothing but contortion to steal us all of our money. Yes, you, Rebecca Pixie, and you're bending backwards. I could touch my head with my toes, or toes with my head, whatever. We're on to it. No, in all seriousness, if you want Christian values, if that's important to you, always remember those values come from the top. In a long tradition dating all the way back to Henry VIII, who had 6 wives, who broke up from the papacy in Rome. They said, she ain't pretty enough. And still we have the same fate saying, Meghan Markle is not pretty enough. That is a sad, sad, sad truth of what we say. And we're also blaming her husband and try and make it look like there's some rift in the family. I mean, whether or not the king likes the Sussexes is irrelevant. He was laughing at all of his funny cards. This constant family drama that doesn't exist. Oh, I cry at the fruitlessness of it all. This constant fear, this constant picking apart of what diplomatic snub in a family means what, publishing it to sell papers. And in fact, it probably just hurts the whole family. Because family drama happens, but that's why it stays in the firm. Artificial intelligence. No, there are new rumours that, well, not new rumours, it is proposed that small nuclear reactors are going to be used to fuel data centres that run AI technology. NVIDIA, which is a chip maker, has over $2 trillion now in valuation. But a major concern is where you're going to house all of these new data centres, which are basically racks of equipment in a warehouse, powered, sometimes water-cooled, air-cooled, sometimes automatically, robotics, racking stuff. Sometimes you can get a service up and running in less than 15 minutes. But it's going to take a lot of resource and power to run the AI of the future. And renewables are part of that solution, but so are these small, modularized nuclear reactors, which are meant to be more production-like. So we've got EDF and Électricité de France building its new reactors, really big ones. But we've also got Rolls-Royce, who are basically scaling up a submarine's nuclear reactor and making a more compact one that is less risky. And these could be used to build data centers and basically have reliable pricing, because energy prices are meant to come down, but as we've seen, stuff beyond our control means we're all at the mercy of people like Vladimir Putin, who goes around murdering people, starting wars that he can't win, resulting in a huge number of deaths and high energy prices. And in fact, if there was fuel poverty in the last winter, if there were excess deaths, we can probably follow the trail all the way back to Putin himself. Tertiary losses of life during the Ukraine-Russian war, like deaths in cold weather, deaths from poverty, can partially or be directly, by indirect means, be linked to the actions of one man. Not really necessarily helped by the domestic agenda, as much as it could be, because the rug was pulled from under our feet before the war began. And that's a lot of topics in one. But on one hand, you have a solution which might not be very popular to everyone, which is building nuclear reactors and data centers and creating the future. And on the other one, you've got a man who's concerned about a bit of land more than people's lives all over the world. And Russia used to be really innovative and scientific. It used to be in direct competition with the US for the latest tech. Now it is isolated and alone, fighting a war it cannot win, expending human life freely and willingly. What message do you want to go for? That's like something. You have a call?